Hi guys, welcome back to Bellyacre's Kitchen. You guys, we're going to put together a tater tot casserole, super fast, super easy dinner. It is 4:49, so rest will be home in about 10-12 minutes. So I do want to be quick about it. But a tater tot casserole is something that I started making when the kids were younger. It was a way to sneak veggies in, which I say that, and my older three kids were never, well, Desi either, were never real picky. Desi, when she first moved in with us, maybe she was a little picky, but just they would eat vegetables so easily. I was just blessed in that aspect. But I used to put green beans in it. I was going to do that. I have some green beans in the freezer, but I got some peas and carrots, and I thought that would be really good in it. So I'm going to do that. I've got 2 pounds of hamburger that is already thawed out, cheese, tater tots, and I've got cream of mushroom. I'm not going to make my own today. Again, this is a super fast thing. So I'm going to put the hamburger on to brown. Let's get that hamburger cooking super fast. Oop. Rusty got 2 pounds of hamburger out yesterday, so we're gonna make either a very big casserole or 2 casseroles, which is fine because I can put stuff in the freezer for lunches later in the week. It is spring break for us, and today I stayed inside. This morning was pretty cold. It was in the 30s. So today I just stayed inside and deep cleaned my bedroom. It needed it so bad. So bad. But now it'll be nice to just go at the end of the day and just relax and not have to worry about clutter. There's just something about a clean bedroom. It's so good for the soul. All right, so let's get some onions chopped up. All right, how are the 3 of them going? Because the next trip they're gonna hit it. Oh, that's cool. So the coolest thing happened the other day. We were at, I'm trying to remember, I think we were in Collinsville, and we stopped at the little grocery store there. I think it's JB's or something like that. And they had onions, 2-pound bags of onions for 99 cents. So we picked up, we went ahead and picked up 2 or 4 bags, I think, of red and yellow onions. So now I need to get them chopped up and put in the freezer, because I thought, they're on the brink, right? And that's why they were cheap. But if I can get them chopped up and get them in the freezer before they go bad, that's a score. That's a win. So sometimes it's good to look in those bargain bins in the produce section, especially in the smaller grocery stores. Fun fact, I was a manager at a grocery store, a small little mom and pop grocery store when Allie and Cody were young, when they were little babies. And one of my, that was definitely a job where I learned a lot, and I appreciated everything that they taught me. at that store. Shout out to Mills Ideal in Hooker, Oklahoma. Yes, my hometown is Hooker, Oklahoma. I didn't realize that was funny until I moved away. All right, so we're going to let this cook down and then we will drain it. Let me get something ready for it. Now, crazy confession here. I haven't cooked supper for probably 3 nights. It's kind of been fend for yourself, and we've just been eating leftovers and things like that. So it'll be nice to have a home-cooked meal tonight. It's been a rough week, but yeah, starting to feel better, feel more like myself. So cooking is definitely on the agenda. I'm rushing that. I want it to brown really well on both sides before I chop it up. All right, so it's good and cooked on both sides. I'm going to go ahead and break it up a little. This hamburger is, I think, 80-20, so there's a lot of fat in it. So definitely have to drain it. It smells great. It's just hamburger, but it smells so good. All right, I'm going to drain this real quick. This pan right back. All right, so while that hamburger is draining, I'm going to go ahead and put my onion in. Now, I just did half of a yellow onion. Now, normally I would use the onions to deglaze the pan, but I'm using my very seasoned cast iron pan, so there's really no deglazing. And like I said, that hamburger's pretty, it's pretty fatty, so we're just going to let this cook, and then we'll put that back in and we'll start dumping stuff in. So something exciting happened today out in the garden. All I did in the garden today, I just went out to open the door to the greenhouse because it was very, very sunny today, and my radishes are like going crazy in there. But look, on the way back, I picked an asparagus. I may throw this in there and cook it down just because. Throw it in with the onions. Let it cook a little. So exciting. If you're new to my channel, I like to show little tricks. I don't know that I'm going to need both cans of condensed mushroom soup, but here's my little tip. Make a hole in the bottom of your soup can before you go to dump it in, and it makes a world of difference because what it does is it releases that vacuum and it will let it just come right out. I hear somebody coming in the door. Hi, honey. How was work? Boring. Long. Yeah, every time you pass by, beep beep. And I would say beep beep. All right, you guys, so come over here. Let's look at this. Okay, so my onions are getting a little caramelized there. I'm just cooking that asparagus in there. It'll be fine. We're going to let it cook. All right. Hamburger. Now, mind you, I have not seasoned that hamburger at all. All right. I don't know if that little asparagus will have time to cook, but we're going to give it a whirl. We're going to go with some salt. It smells amazing. All right, I'm gonna do teaspoon and a half. It was a heaping teaspoon, so of garlic powder. I know I have onion in there, but I'm putting onion powder in there as well. Salt and pepper. All right, look at that. I'm going to add a little bit of Worcestershire. Just for that smokiness. I'm going to take this little guy out because I will set him back in. I'll set him on top to bake. All right. Look at that. It's beautiful. It smells good. Okay. So now comes the creaminess. Now I like to make my own cream soups, but it's nice to have it just like this. All right, so watch this. With that vacuum hole, release hole, it just slides right out. It's beautiful that way. I'm going to add a little bit of milk to that. You just have to remember that you have a hole in the bottom of it, so you don't want to pour the milk in over at the refrigerator. I'll walk over because you'll have it dripping. All right. Let's stir that up. I think I am going to need both cans of cream soup. I'm going to go ahead and get the other can. Okay, made my vacuum release hole. And then dump her in. There we go. I'm going to add a little bit of milk because I do want it to be nice and creamy. Now it's up to you at this point. You can add cheese into this mixture as well, or you can just put cheese in a layer. I'm just going to put shredded cheese on top of the meat mixture. I'm going to go ahead and add in peas. I said this used to be the way to sneak the veggies in, but our kids were never real picky.
Allie was the only one that didn't eat the way.
With the green beans. Yeah. All right.
So I like beans and carrots.
Yes. This is going to be nice. I'm going to add a little bit more milk because it's kind of... All right. I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, it doesn't have to be cooked because it goes into the oven. Speaking of, I have not even turned on my oven. Now you want your oven, whatever your tater tots say. So I've just got tater tots here, 425. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and taste this for spice. You can add red pepper flakes here. I think that's perfect. I'm going to kind of push that asparagus down so it can cook. It's going to be fun. It's going to be who finds the asparagus. All right. I'm going to turn that down, let it simmer while the oven is preheating. I'm going to get the baking dishes ready. All right, you guys. So I haven't really done anything to this baking dish because I don't really need to do anything to it. I'm going to set this aside. With any kind of luck, this will just dump in. For the most part. So here's where the strength comes in. All right. Beautiful. I was afraid we were going to need 2 pans, but we don't. Okay. I'm going to go ahead. You know what? I'm going to leave that asparagus in there. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be fun. Who finds the asparagus? Now, I've just got some Colby and Monterey Jack already shredded cheese. I do like to buy the blocks of cheese and shred it myself. I've talked about that before. But, you know, on the quick, easy nights, it's kind of nice to have this in the fridge, too. And you can shred your cheese and then add it, you know, just have it in the freezer. Okay, so cheese. Again, you can put the cheese in the meat and make it cheesy. You can also do this Tex-Mex and add in taco seasoning and like salsa or even paste pecani sauce, and then do the same thing. Just add green chilies or corn to it. All right, so I do like for the tater tots to be laid out pretty. You can just dump them on top. They don't have to be. I just like to make sure there's at least a tater tot in every bite. You can put the tater tots on the bottom if you would like. Then you're just going to get a potato mixed in. I like to have the potatoes crunchy, and traditionally a tater tot casserole, your tater tots are on top so that they get golden brown. Now these are seasoned potatoes, so I'm not going to worry about. Usually I'll put like seasoned salt on top, but I have found that these are the Great Value brand. They put quite a bit of seasoning on them. Again, if you are making the Tex-Mex version, you can put lemon pepper on top or lime pepper. Lime pepper would be really good too. Or even just more taco seasoning. So I use 2 pounds of hamburger here and a 2-pound bag of potatoes. I may not, if I don't use them all, it'll be okay because I can use them in breakfast burritos or something. Beautiful. Yep, I still have a few left. I'm going to put these in the freezer. All right, so my oven is up to temp. I'm going to set this timer for about 30 minutes. And we'll come back at supper time. All right, you guys, so when I put my mic back on, I didn't realize that it was not working, but this is 30 minutes later, and we had an issue. I don't know if you can see all the smoke. Yep, see all that smoke coming out? So it was spilling, but that's okay. I always put foil in the bottom of my oven for this reason. I probably should have put it in a jelly roll pan, but it doesn't matter. It's, you know, it'll be easy to clean. I went ahead and took the rack out because it did have some dripped on there, and I wanted to be able to get it clean as quickly as possible before it had time to set up. So I took that out, and then I tried to take the foil out, but it was stuck to the bottom. So I took as much out as I could. You know, I mean, 425-degree oven. Oh, I'm just going to stick my hands in here. I had an oven mitt on. It's okay. It worked out. So that's why I like to keep foil in there, so that way it is a little bit easier to clean up if I do have a spill. I don't know what was underneath it that got stuck before, but anyway, I used my little tweezers to kind of get the rest of that. There's still a little bit stuck down there, but I needed to let the oven cool down before I could clean it and get it all out of there, and then put another piece of foil down there. But crisis averted. Rusty turned on the attic fan, and I was able to, you know, he was able to get the smoke out of the house. So look at this. These tater tots are nice golden brown, beautiful. I mean, it did spill a little bit. I don't know why I didn't think about just leaving it in the cast iron skillet and cooking it in that, but I think it probably would have spilled over anyway. All right, it was time to plate up. I didn't make any sides to go with this because it had the vegetables in it, and I just didn't feel like making any sides. I think a salad would have been great with it because it is kind of a heavier meal, but yeah. I am serving Rusty here, so I'm giving him a good big portion. I went ahead and grabbed a spoon because, you know, it doesn't set up like a lasagna or something because it doesn't have a bottom. But oh my gosh, look how cheesy and wonderful and delicious that looks. Looks amazing. So that is a huge plate. But it's a small plate, but I served a lot on there. But that's for Rusty. He loves his tater tot casserole. So let's see. I'm going to get a little bit here for Mama. She always says, not too much. So there we go. Not too much. And then, but you know, we got to get all the goodie at the bottom. And then for me, yes, it looks so good. It smelled amazing. Putting the Worcestershire really does kind of add that smokiness to it also. This is where Rusty told me that I was not blue. My microphone was not working. I put it on there backwards. So I'll have to voice over all of that. All right, guys, sorry about that. Just realized that my mic was not working. But, yeah. Holy Hannah, this looks amazing. Okay, we're going to taste this. Mama's watching Gunsmoke, so we'll taste it.
Jesus. Here I come. I'm coming. No deal without me.
All right, so we're going to try this. I didn't make any sides. Oh, and there's an asparagus in there somewhere.
It's all inclusive. It's like going to a resort.
Yeah. So whoever finds the asparagus, it's kind of like finding the pickle in the Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Yeah, it is good.
So Rusty usually makes it with green beans, and I really like that, but I think the peas and carrots came out really well.
Yeah, peas and carrots are really good too.
Mm-hmm. All right, you guys. I hope you like our videos. If you do, please hit the like button.
Subscribe if you haven't already.
Yep, share with your friends.
Leave us some comments. Let us know what you think about Rachel's Tater Tot Casserole. But most of all, don't forget to smash that bell and get notified of the next new video when it comes out.
Yep. Until next time, God bless.
See ya.
Yes.